Hi, it's me, Izzy. Welcome back to another video on the channel, or welcome to the channel if you're new, which you probably are because I just started changing. I just changed all my channel and now moving away from the Roblox content and doing something which, when I told someone at my new school that I really liked reading, they said I was sad, so
I'm gonna spread the sadness with people.
Go through every book I read this summer. This summer, I need 2 extras. I think I've left at my granny's house. 15 books, like 5 books a month actually, which I think is quite good. I'm now reading Broken Throne, which is part of the Red Queen series, which I will get more into as I go through. I'm going to quickly explain what each book is about, and yeah, I don't know why, just because I want to. So, yeah. So the first one I read is part of the Enola Holmes series. This is the case of the bizarre bouquets, it is. The Enola Holmes series. Honestly, it would make sense to read the first one. I think this is the third one. Including this one, I've read 3 out of the series. So, yeah, so I can't really remember what happened, because also I'll read books and then forget kind of what mainly happened. Oh yes! So this doctor goes missing, but there's these bouquets being sent to all these places and she has to detect it, giving really crap explanations. But it would make more sense to like read the other ones. This is the problem. Some of them are all in series that I've already read from before. But my next one is, oh, this was so cute, The Cat Who Saved Books. It's actually originally a Japanese written story, so this is it translated into English. I don't actually know if I've ever read a book that was originally another language. Not that I know of, at least. Written by, is it wrong? 𝐂𝐄𝐒 Natsukawa. Yeah. It's about this boy, his grandfather, I think it is, owns a bookshop, but then sadly he dies, the grandfather, so he has to like kind of clean out this whole bookshop thing, and suddenly he meets this cat that can talk, and the cat takes him on a journey to save all these books from these horrible people. Like there's one, I think, where he tries cutting up all the books and then one that stores them away, and it's just quite cute. It's like not a hard read, nothing. It's quite cute, this, so I would recommend this. Honestly, I'd recommend all these books. I don't really know how people cannot enjoy a book. Next one. This is Shatter Me. I've got the first 5 of the series, because I think there's 11. I've got other 4 up on my desk up there. This I found really good. I read this whilst I was on a school trip to France. Oh my god, I love it. I found it so powerful. So, what's her name again? Juliet. She is locked up in a cell for, like, I think over a year or something. She's a teenage girl. Because if she could touch you with her burnt skin, she kills with her touch. So she's locked away, and then suddenly this boy comes into her cell. Adam. Him. And he comes in, and then he's, like, secret, they have to kind of, in book, I'll read the blurb because I've forgotten. A fragile teenage girl is held captive, locked in a cell by the re-establishment, a harsh dictatorship in charge of a crumbling world. But Juliet is no ordinary teenager. One touch from her can kill. The re-establishment wants to use her as a weapon. I remember it now! But Juliet has other plans. After a lifetime without freedom, she finally discovered the strength to fight back and to find a future with the one person she thought she'd lost forever, which was Adam. Stuck in this cell for like ages, right, without any sort of hygiene. I was just thinking, she would have got her period. This one, It's Okay, I'm Wearing Really Big Knickers. This is, I think, the second one in the like confessions of this girl called Georgia Nichols. Yeah, it's the second one. So the first, she's my age and I've never found myself to have any problems. I think this is because I'm spending the hottest day of the year. I think it's the hottest day of the year. I just went outside and it is boiling. I'm spending it doing art homework and doing a video about books. So yeah. This is really funny. I would recommend it. Not for everyone, I don't think. But yeah. This one's really, I recommended this to one of my friends and she really liked it. My Love Life and the Apocalypse. So there's this girl, there's the main two characters. There's just been this apocalypse about 100 years before this was based. So it was basically this company that had taken over everything with these robots. And these robots had ended up doing everything. Then they suddenly realised that, well, the world was going to just become ruined, I think because of climate change or something. Like, it frozen over, then crazy storms had happened in this 100 years. And basically everyone had died, except the super elite people who had managed to buy out these, like, cubicle things that would shoot them off into space and they'd stay alive. Now, this girl, Pandora, she crashes down from one of these because you find out that her dad was the creator of this company that took over everything. And she crashes down, and this boy, he's not full boy, no he's not, he's like part robot. He was part of this experiment where they would create children out of like robots, so people that couldn't have children could have a child, I guess. I think that's what it was. And he saved her, I think, from this crash. And then they went on a journey because she was trying to look for a dad who might have crashed down as well. And they discover. The thing is, I don't know how I can explain it without spoiling it too much. Let's just say they find other people and they go on this whole journey. And in the end, yeah, it's good. All that's left in the world. Sorry if the camera just changed. I just had to move it. So there's these two boys who they met. That's what it is. There's just been this apocalypse where there was this disease that once you got it, honestly, you were dead. You'd left for dead. I forgot what it did to you. I think it made you cough up blood or something like that. So there were these two boys. One of them was living in this cabin since his mum died because of it. And the other was travelling around because all his family had died and he was left with his younger sister, who then eventually died. So they've not been able to find anyone for ages until one of them is looking and gets trapped in the boy in the cabins. I've forgotten their names, I must say. He gets trapped. Let's call him Boy A and Boy B. Boy A is the one in the cabin, right? So Boy B gets trapped in Boy A's, a trap that was left there, a bear trap. He gets stuck in one of those. So then Boy A, like, reluctantly tries to help him out. Because his mum was a doctor before everything happened. So he had been taught all this stuff on how to help people. So he helped them. And then eventually they went out looking for more people. And it's like a romance, apocalyptic type book. My phone keeps saying there's not enough space on it, which is predictable, honestly, every time I make a video. Anyways, the next book I read that isn't in this pile is One of Us is Lying by, what's her name? Karen M. McManus. This book, oh my god, the plot twist! It was amazing! Okay, so 5 students who don't know each other at all. They're not even friends. They don't speak to each other. They're completely different. One's a grade student. Another one's a girl who's always, she's like into popularity type things. another one is this, like, uses drugs, like, dropping out of school kid. And then there's this other one who they all know for having this really... Oh, there's this really athletic boy too. Now, the other one is this boy called Simon, I remember, who he created this website that talks all about gossip about everyone in their school. So, like, every scandal that goes on, he will post it on this website. Every secret that someone has, it will be posted on this website. And so what happens is they're all in this detention and they're all brought in for something they didn't do. For they all realise afterwards, for having a phone in their bag that wasn't even their phone, that got confiscated something. So they're all looking when suddenly a car crash, I remember, happens outside the school. So 2 cars just crash into each other in the car park. So 4 of them all go to see what it is. And then suddenly as they come back, the teacher goes out to see if it's all right. Suddenly when the teacher comes back, one of them's dead. One of the students has been killed. So this whole thing is trying to discover what happened to the student. And the plot twists in this was crazy. And let me tell you, it is not what you're thinking. Not what you're thinking. It was really good. Things a bright girl can do. This is based in, like, 1914's England. So, yeah, 1914, just as the World War happens. And it's the story of 3 different girls placed out. I think one's May. So there's Nell, I remember, May. Yeah, May. And Evelyn. So Evelyn's part of a very rich family. May is middle class and Nell lives in, like, the dodgy streets of East London. And they're all trying to go, like, fight for women's votes and rights for women, especially at the beginning of the war. And the suffragettes, that's what it is. May, the other 2 are more on the, I don't want to say violent, but May is, like, an anti-violent suffragist. So, like, a lot of what the suffragettes did, I think, was, like, they would, I guess, attack policemen in riots and stuff. May is against that. So it's like them trying to cope through the beginning of the World War One. But I would just like to say, yeah, I've had to switch my editing, like the app I use for editing, because my last one was not working on my phone, so I've moved now onto my computer because it's just easier. So, yes, this is why it may look a bit different and may look simpler, because I'm still trying to learn how to use this. Oh my god, it's amazing! My friend recommended it to me, and I recommend it to you. So this girl called Mare Barrow, she is a red. A red is someone who has red blood, and they have no sort of superpowers. I don't want to say superpower because that sounds like Superman type person, but, like, silvers are the elites. They have these powers, like they can control metal, read people's minds. These are very, very symbolic characters. Be able to control fire. And then suddenly, Mare discovers that she has this power. She has one that shouldn't happen because she's a red and she has red blood. It's never been heard of. So they try to hide the Silvers, the Silver royal family. They try to hide her in plain view, saying that she was a princess that was, her parents were killed when just after she was born, and she was adopted into a red family, not knowing that she was Silver. Now, they say that she is to marry the youngest prince, Maven, and but she realizes Maven's also in. Sorry if it keeps cutting out, that's because my camera keeps stops. Maven's also in that they're trying to stop she joins this guy. Yeah. Anyways, Red Queen. I've forgotten what I was doing because I've had to delete loads of photos to keep this going. Try to take down the problem that is obvious, but then something massive changes. And And as it just says, now Mare has entered a game of betrayal and lies. Now the thing is, I can't really explain the other Red Queen books without totally spoiling this. It's quite sad. Let's see. Okay, Nothing More to Tell. This is again another one by Karen McManus. I really like her books. I've had 2 and already bought 2 others ones that I've not read yet. I've bought The Cousins and 2 Can Keep a Secret, I think. This one, this girl called Bryn has just moved back to her hometown, where she used to live before she moved, I think when she was 14 or something. So yeah, 4 years ago, I'll just read the blurb. That's probably what I should have done for all of them. 4 years ago, Bryn left St. Ambrose School following the shocking murder of her favourite teacher. The case was never solved, but she's sure that 3 kids who found Mr. Larkin's body know more than they're telling, especially her ex-best friend, Trip Talbot. He's definitely her. She decides to investigate what really happens that day in the woods. But the further she dives into the past, the more secrets she will find. 4 years ago, someone got away with murder. Now it's time to uncover the truth. It's a true crime book. Oh, I was shaking them. And like most of... I love true crime books that have like a hint of romance in. They're so good, which is like A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, which I'll get onto. I think the most romance you get in that was like the sentence literally like, he kissed her. I think that's the most you get. But I think you get more on in the later series. So this was actually quite good. I really liked it. And it's the one where you're like, you want to keep reading because this has been one of the most recent trends on booktok, I think. So this girl called Pip, she, for a school project, she investigates this case that happened in her town, in a small town, where this girl, about 4 years ago, yeah, let me read. The case is closed. 5 years ago, schoolgirl Andy Bell was murdered by Sao Singh. The police know he did it. Everyone in town knows he did it. But having grown up in the small town, the same small town that was consumed by the murder, Pippa 𝐹𝐿 isn't so sure. When she chooses the case as the topic for her final year project, she starts to uncover secrets that someone in the town desperately wants to stay hidden. And if the real killer is still out there, how far will they go to keep Pip from the truth? It's really good and honestly not overrated at all. The plot twists, like most books I think, were crazy in this. Whoa. Glass Sword. This is the second one of the Red Queen series. So let me read. I was born to kill a king, to end a reign of terror before it can truly begin. Mare Barrow's blood is red, the colour of common folk, but her silver ability, the power to control lightning, has turned her into a better weapon that the Silver Court will do anything to destroy. I can't speak. With no one left to trust, Mare sets out to find and recruit other red and silver fighters to join the uprising. But Mare is treading a deadly path. Will she shatter under the weight of rebellion, or have treachery and betrayal handle her forever? So in this one, she begins to scout out, I think. Is it this one? Yeah. She tried scouting out what she calls new bloods. They are reds with silver abilities. So she tries looking for other people in the kingdom of Norta who are like her. So she can build an army to create a revolution against the silvers that are ruling awfully. King's Cage. Now this one I think is the best out of the whole series. Mare is kidnapped by Maven, which might not mean anything to you, but Mare Barrow is a prisoner, powerless without her lightning, tormented by her mistakes. She lives at the mercy of a boy she once loved, a boy who made of lies and betrayal. Maven is now king, and he's basically taken her as hostage. And from So she's trapped and can't do anything against them without her powers, and she's trying to, and then the new bloods and her family trying to get her back. Obviously, this is what it's about. I don't want to spoil them though. Then, to give myself a break from the Red Queen series, I read this book called Trouble. It's about this governess who, she goes to this, oh my, I'm sorry, but at the end though, let me see if I can read anything that will just show you what the end was like. Okay, I'll read what it was about, but then I'll read the bit which I found. So this governess, she takes over the job that her sister was meant to go to, but her sister is sick, so she can't do this governess job. So Emily, who's never had any sort of teaching experience and absolutely hates kids, she takes over this job for her sister, and she just causes so much problems in the house. But there's Captain Edwards, who's like the father of the children that she's teaching and the owner of the house. So she gets involved with like their drama and stuff and learns about what their family was like, and has to deal with these the kids that she's teaching, these teenagers that are a bit problematic at times, but it's quite good. It's good. But I'll just read, which shows what the end is like, and we'll probably not spoil it because honestly it's pretty obvious what's gonna happen. I'm sorry, just look at the cover. Captain Edwards Captain Edward's hand suddenly dipped from the curve of her waist to the flat plane of her hip. His thumb found her hip bone, and he pressed, which very effectively cut her off mid-sentence. And then there was another... There's a mistake in this book. Without allowing herself time to change her mind, she reached down and pulled her shift off her over her head, not paying any heed to where it landed. That's meant to be shirt. Okay. And then Emily, she says, "Show me how to touch you," she said. He didn't try to fight her at all this time. He just took her hands and did as she asked. Oh, I'm sorry. It was a good book. It was alright. And then they ruined it. Okay, now my last one, which finally, I'm sorry for me, he's got to edit this like 30-minute video. Warstorm. This is the last one out of the Red Queen series. There is this one, which is like a prequel type thing, but it's not including the same characters that were in these one. It's like including their parents, which, yeah, still I would read it if you had read along the whole thing. So this one took me quite a while, because look, this is this book compared to this one. Yeah, it took me. And I was on holiday whilst I was reading this, so it took even longer. This is the last one. So Mare is out, and she's being betrayed by 𝐂𝐿. This girl, she doesn't get a break. 𝐂𝐿 decides to go off with the reign of Naughter, even though that's what they were trying to fight against, to stop a king ruling. And her and all the Reds, they have to try and fight.
Hi again. I have no clue what that like bumping noise is, so sorry.
And against 𝐂𝐿 and his powerful silver allies. But Maven, 𝐂𝐿's brother, which is crazy, psychotic, honestly, is obsessed with Mare. Like, this deep, dark obsession. Creepy obsession. Coming, and all Mare has fought for hangs in the balance. Will victory be enough to topple the Silver Kingdoms? Or will the Lightning Girl be silenced forever? Well, you can kind of guess with books. They always just end well. So, I guess that's it. So that is every book I have read this summer. I hope you enjoyed. I'm not going to enjoy editing this. Please tell me if you want any more book-related videos, because I have too many.
Okay, anyways, again, my video cut out. I do not know why this hasn't happening. I think I need to stop filming on my phone. I apologize. This is a month after, literally a month after I filmed it. Probably because I couldn't be bothered to edit. Very productive. I've just edited like the whole last like 15 minutes of it just now. In like an hour, so. Yes, I'm sorry that it's late, and I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Who am I kidding? Yeah, bye!